we came out with two policies that were changed. One was the prevention of sexual harassment that came out in 2013. Now, when that act came out, I remember I was sitting on I was the chairperson of Confederation of Indian Industry, which is an industry lobby. We lobby with the government for policies in various sectors. Now, when this act came into being, we wanted to do a session for the council members. And the council members consist of CEOs of most of the bigger companies in Hyderabad. While this session was going on, and we got a legal expert from Bangalore to come and show us the issues, I heard my colleagues who were sitting on right and left side of me snickering to themselves, saying that this will only help us not hire further women, which is so sad. If a CEO of a company talks like that, it becomes so difficult. But then today it's 2019, and those same CEOs are having the posh sessions, and they're trying to implement the ICC and all that in their own companies. So it is just a matter of breaking the mindset. The second thing is, I think in 2016 or 15, we had the amendment to the Maternity Bill Act. Now, there was a big hue and cry because from 14 weeks, it has become 26 weeks. And women are supposed to feel thrilled that, yes, we are getting additional leave. But who was actually at the decision-making process? I don't think too many men were involved. Secondly is, most of the industry feels that it is an added cost to the company, and they are looking at the short term. But what is the long term? You're allowing that women to come back whom you have invested in training and whom you have invested in maybe a couple of years of into your system, so that once she comes back post that leave, she will be all the more willing to continue to stay back at the workplace. But initially, again, I heard a lot of snickers among women also, saying that this is going to be a cost hit to the company's bottom line, and why is the government looking at these things? Now, worldwide, if you look at the Scandinavian nations, we are still very, very low. In fact, the Scandinavian nations, I think a couple of them give 2 years leave, and they give 1 year paternity leave. And India, we are supposed to feel thrilled that instead of leaving your baby home at 14 weeks, you get to leave the baby at 26 weeks. But imagine the bonding that a mother has with the baby at 26 weeks. Will you be able to actually leave a baby in some daycare or creche? While, yes, it is forced sometimes, but it becomes very difficult. And we have the added advantage of having family around us, so we can be happy. But what about the women who actually are away from their homes in different cities and different towns, and they don't have that familial support? Now, is somebody actually pushing for a 1 year maternity leave or maybe a 6 months paternity leave? We need to have women doing that. And how will we do that? We cannot sit at home and expect the men to do it, because they probably will not understand it. And you can't expect them to understand it. So for that reason alone, and for that reason alone, we need to get more women on the board. And whatever policies happen in future too, unless you have women who actually grow the entire cycle of their career, only then they are allowed to come and sit on top, and then they get invited to those boards, and they get invited to those policy formulating, they can influence. So you have to struggle. Probably personal sacrifices are a must, but at least it will help in the next generation.